Hi, very good morning, one and all. Let us coming to 8th class biology. Regarding 8th biology, already we have completed 7 chapters which are entirely different from one topic to another topic. So now today we are going to start a new topic that we call as different ecosystems. Different ecosystems. See, what is mean by different ecosystems? So, before going to the topic different ecosystems, I would like to introduce the learning objectives of this chapter. I mean that before coming to the topic, so I would like to introduce that what are the concepts which are involved in this topic. So, first one is what is mean by ecosystem. So, actually the ecological system, short form is ecosystem. So, what is mean by ecosystem? Who introduced the word ecological system or ecosystem? Next, what is mean by habitat? What is mean by habitat? A small lab activity which are related to the structure of the ecosystem, grassland ecosystem. A small lab activity is there that we are going to complete. Next, in an ecosystem, actually the two major components are involved. One is the biotic components, the second one is abiotic components. For example, sunlight, water, air, soil, pH, atmosphere. So these are all the factors which are related to abiotic components. Next, biotic components like plants as a producers, consumers like animals, and decomposers like bacteria and fungi. So these are the biotic and abiotic components of the ecosystem. Next, the terms which are related to ecological system. So when we have to go to an ecosystem, for example, grassland ecosystem or a forest ecosystem. So let us take a forest ecosystem. There is a food relation. Means, for example, a lion which can hunt the fox. Means there is a food relation. That means food chain. So different food chains make a food web. So the interlocking of food chains called as a food web. Next, changes in the ecosystem. Actually, the natural ecosystem or artificial ecosystem, it can be impacted or influenced by this man. So how the human beings can be destruction of a natural ecosystem. Next, the types of ecosystem flowchart. Actually, until the lesson we have to understand a mind mapping or a flowchart based on these types of ecosystem. Actually, the types of ecosystem, as we said, mainly two kinds. One is a natural ecosystem. The second one is artificial ecosystem. So let us take to the artificial ecosystem. It is mainly two types. One is a terrestrial ecosystem. The second one is a aquatic ecosystem. In the terrestrial ecosystem, we are going to learn about forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem, grassland ecosystem. Of course, grassland ecosystem we are going to explain about this lab activity also. Next, aquatic ecosystem means it is a freshwater or marine water, means a saltwater ecosystem. Next, finally, we have to understand about that ecosystem, the energy flow. The energy flow means how the energy can move from one place to another place. That means one level to another level. See, the energy always flows in a unit direction, means from producers to consumers. Primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. Finally, it goes to the decomposers or recyclers. Again, it comes to the soil. So, soil again it reaches to the plants. From soil again it reaches to plants. So this is called as an energy flow. So now coming to the topic different ecosystems. So these are the concepts we are going to learn: ecosystem, habitat, biotic and abiotic components of an ecosystem, the relationship between the food that we have to understand about the food chain and food web. Finally, the different types of ecosystem flowchart. So it's a very short chapter. So coming to the topic different ecosystems. So as we said, eco means around, system means the organization. Actually, ecological system, short form we call it as a ecosystem. So in our biology, we are having the different branches. So biology is having the different branches. So one of the branch of biology that we call as ecology. Of course, already we learned in the first chapter what is science. Ecology as a observational branch, observational science, apart from the geology and the climatology. So eco means around, logos means study. So when we have to study around us, we have to observe that some of the biotic and abiotic components are represented in the ecosystem. So ecology is a branch of biology which deals with the relationship between the organisms and environment. So certainly, as a living organism, we have to depend on our surroundings, means sunlight, air, water, food. So these are the non-living things which can be impact the living organisms. So this is the relationship between the organisms and the environment. So next, coming to the topic, when we are going to the understanding the organization of life. So how the life is evolved, it can be easy to understand about the flow chart. So organization of life in a lower level, higher level. So first, let us take a cell. Why should we take the cell? Cell is a basic unit of life. Already we learned in the second chapter. So the cell is a zygote cell, fusion of the male and female gametes like sperm cell and ovum cell. It results to the formation of zygote. So the fertilizer ovum that we call as a zygote cell multiplied by the cell division, and it forms to the number of cells, a group of cells which are having a similar structure and similar function that we call as a tissues. Tissues forms the organs. Organs forms the organ systems. For example, tissue means stomach is a tissue. Stomach wall is made by epithelial tissue, for example. So stomach is an organ, liver is an organ, pancreas is an organ, large intestine, small intestine, these are the organs. So all these organs makes one system that we call as a digestive system. Let us take an example, say. Next, finally, different systems, skeletal system, muscular system, next nervous system, excretory system. So we are having a different systems. All these systems finally makes an organism. So that we have to understand about that from cell to individual organism. This is, it is called as a lower level of organization. So when one organism comes, a group of organisms that we call as a population. For example, human population, dog population, crows population. So this is called as a population. So different types of populations are living in a particular area that we call as a community. So this community is a part of an ecosystem. For example, say we are having to take a terrestrial ecosystem, means a grassland ecosystem, or a forest, or a desert, or caves, or mountains. So we are having the different ecosystems which are present in the nature. So I mean that ecosystem is the unit of the nature. So see, ecological system or ecosystems, how it comes. So ecosystems are the unit of nature. Finally, different ecosystems makes the biome or biosphere. Apart from the lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, all together makes a universe of life. So this is the organization of life from the simple to complex, like lower to higher level. Next, finally, we are moving to the last concept. Before coming to the topic, different ecosystems, I would like to explain about the meaning of habitat and ecosystem. So what is mean by habitat? What is mean by ecosystem? Which is the big one when compared to other one? See, habitat means not habit, habitat. Habitat means the natural living places, the natural living areas of organisms are called as habitat. For example, water is a habitat for aquatic organisms. A big banyan tree is a habitat for many other species like ants, birds. So this is called as a habitat. So habitat means the dwelling place for plants and animals is called as a habitat. Habitat is nothing but the dwelling place for plants and animals is called as a habitat. Next, there are different living and non-living things in one habitat. So as we said, for example, let us take a banyan tree is one of the habitat for that different species. So we are having to take non-living things, means air, water, sunlight, soil. These are very essential to survive that this big banyan plant by photosynthesis phenomena. Is clear, children? So living and non-living things are interdependence. Next, habitat is a part of ecosystem. how can we say that? So let us take an example, say lake ecosystem. So this is a lake ecosystem. Obviously, when we have to see the surface of water, small insects are floating. So small plants like algae is present on the corner. Next, some big fishes and some big fishes are represented in the middle zone. Obviously, the bottom layer, very less organisms are present. I mean that this atmosphere, this habitat is entirely different to this habitat. This habitat is entirely different to the bottom of habitat. So, habitat is a part of an ecosystem. Is clear, children? Next, we move to the ecosystem. So, ecological system short form is ecosystem. Actually, the word ecosystem was first used by the scientist in 1935. The name is A.G. Tonsley. So, the word ecosystem was first used by the scientist A.G. Tonsley. So, actually he is a British botanist and ecologist. So, according to him, what is meant by ecosystem? So, ecosystem is nothing but profoundly the community level interdependence of that living and non-living things. So, living and non-living things profoundly they have to interdependence in a community level that we call as a ecosystem. Is clear, children? So, apart from that, A.G. Tonsley, many other scientists came forward and they have to work on that. What is meant by habitat? What is meant by ecosystem? What is meant by the biome? So, like that, they have to work on that different concepts and they have to explain about that. What is the meaning of habitat? What is the meaning of ecosystem? And what is the meaning of biome? How the ecosystems are the units of the nature that we have to understand. Is clear, children? So, this video is the introduction part of different ecosystems. Next video, we are going to explain about the lab activity, the structure of the ecosystem. So, when we take the ecosystem, what are the structural principles? That means, for example, aim, materials required, procedure, observation, result. So, actually, we are going to take the ecosystem of grassland ecosystem. So, let us move to a grassland area. Just we have to take a small part of grassland like 1 square meter and we have to take a margin of that 1 square meter with boundary line and we have to observe that what are the producers, what are the primary, secondary, tertiary consumers and what are the decomposers, that we have to take a measurable quantity that we call as the structure of the ecosystem. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching this video.